Hi, I'm Carlo Calcoon, Director of Sales at SPACECUBE.
Hi, I'm Brett O'Donnell, Head of Commercial at SPACECUBE.
SPACECUBE started about 13 years ago here in Victoria. It's an Australian business who have recently expanded into the UK. We've been there for about 3 years, and just only this week or last week we've established some projects in the US at the Austin F1 Grand Prix. We specialise in temporary infrastructure, so relocatable, reconfigurable assets that have a high sustainability value, that we reuse all of our walling, all of our chassis, and heavily reducing any custom elements. So it's premium in its nature. All of our glass, our external cladding, our internal walls, all can be reused and reconfigured to any array of layouts.
Yeah, absolutely. So part of it is sitting down with the client, and we work through what their needs are. So it's looking at it from a needs basis, and then we take them through a simple workflow that we need to go through. So that's looking at what is the application of the product, what is the challenge that they're trying to solve, and then we just step by step through the system, and we design together. So what do they have in mind, and then we go through and we try and bring their vision to life. So it really is, we hold their hand throughout the process, and it's amazing, some of the things that we can come up with.
To give you a quick description of what the product is, it's like Lego for adults. It is modular in nature. It's a handful of sized components. We have a kit of parts that can achieve a multitude of different sizes and layouts. And literally, if we were to put all of our components on the table, you could create and design your own structure bespoke to what your requirements or the environment requires. And from a VBA perspective, the Victorian Building Authority, within the temporary space, we can achieve a multitude of different layouts. From a permanent building code, we work with local councils to achieve what's required from their measures. So it's amazing to have this Lego set that's pre-engineered, that can be pre-designed all from the desktop, without having to do pre-builds, that we can ship it from our Dandenong warehouse and take it to site and first go construct it.
Yeah, so at the moment we've got a number of structures. So as Carlos mentioned before, the benefit of it is being relocatable. So we have, and that can take form and shape of anything. So we've done a lot of retail pop-ups. So again, trying to commercialise the assets, and then also we've done some great things pop-ups, in terms of outdoor dining and things like that as well. So again, how do we, bring people? How do we attract, people to the regions as well? But then giving them a great experience as well. So whether that's hospitality, retail, as I said, it can take many different shapes or form, as well as also just accentuating the current events that are on as well. So again, it can be a beautiful gallery or museum that's showcasing, local art and talent as well. So it can take many different forms, in that way.
And you don't have to compromise on quality. The benefit of SPACECUBE is it's temporary in nature, but permanent in feel. So you can achieve a placemaking, whether it's a wine tasting room, or it's a restaurant, or it's a specialised activation space for a car brand that's doing something in a regional Victoria. You can create this sense of permanency that was never there. We can arrive 2 days prior to the event, construct the build, have the event, and then within a day later it's all gone. So there's financial risk, there's health and safety risk, there's business and commercial risk. I think part of the approach from SPACECUBE is you have a scalable and reconfigurable product or asset that you can implement from day dot, and as you reevaluate your requirements and your needs, you can change and modify the asset. You've also got confidence that from a pre-engineering perspective, the structure in the system is pre-approved from fire engineering, from structural engineering. There's always compliance checks and balances that have to be for permanent style installs, but that's just processed with local council. And then from a financial perspective, I think it's a choose your own adventure. It's the ability to look at an operational cost centre or a CapEx cost centre. So there's a lot of versatility and ability to make it work for you.
very proud at SPACECUBE to have 100% completion rate, and I think the key to that is the event. It doesn't stop, right? The events are always on, and they're on at a certain time and a certain date. So how do we always execute to that? So we have to be very stringent in terms of how we prepare for a project. So that starts right from when the project comes in to its life cycle. So everyone within the warehouse and the team is all aligned. So I think the key thing to have any great system is the people, right? The people are at the heart of everything we do, but everyone's aligned to the same goals. So I think that's where it starts. And the key to that is having a systemised approach to it. So what we do is, particularly from when the build is completed, the project management, we have a project management division. So they're very key on making sure that the kit of parts, as we call it, is set out in a right way. So we keep a very clean warehouse. So again, then the warehouse team gets involved, and then the way they build is very systematic in terms of the way they build as well. So each component is laid out in a way. So again, that was taking years to master, to get to, but it's just the way it's designed is that everything happens step by step. So it's controlled environment the way it's built, and with that is it's obviously managing the risk and the safety of our team as well. So everything's built in a safe environment, because that's first and foremost is the most important. So by doing that, again, it's everyone knows where the build is in every step of the journey. So it's very key to it, and then that everything's on track.
The diverse nature of what's required out there, we love placemaking. We do a lot of it at the major events, at smaller activations. We do it for permanent requirements such as hospitals, health, accommodation. But tourism really drives a wow factor. There's a level of expectation when somebody's visiting somewhere that they'll be wowed and something different. The beauty about our product is we can create something that you would not expect. You can create this sense of permanency in a temporary space. So that's what SPACECUBE really specialise in, and work with a number of different suppliers to assist in that end result. So it was a natural progression for us to start these conversations and see how we could really play a role and help all its members in creating that.
As I said, we're here to help, is probably where it starts. So please reach out to us. We're always willing to assist. There's no project or something that we don't want to hear about or don't want to tackle, and that's what really excites us as well. We love those out there projects and stuff, and really with SPACECUBE anything's possible. So please, all those crazy ideas you've got, come and share it with us, and we'd love to bring them to life.
I think a big part of our business is you might look at a lot of our products and examples on the website. Some of them are quite big, some of them are small. I think the benefit of the product is the ability to return a response in a really short space of time. Having a product that's pre-engineered allows you to respond to requirements at the drop of a hat. So you might have an event or a disaster or a position that you need to solve in a short space of time. You don't need 2 or 3 months to work through that. We can do something for you next week if required. So don't feel like you haven't got enough notice. If you do have lots of planning time, great, we can resolve all sorts of detail. But if it's a short space of time, we can also come up with really quick solutions.